Hey there, it's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, it's going to be a 2019 match between Clem and Snoot here on Year 0. I had a request for Snoot games, and I was like, I haven't seen a Snoot game come across my plate for a while, and apparently he hasn't competed in any premier StarCraft tournaments since 2019. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Wikipedia doesn't show him retiring, but if you know what's going on with Snoot, let me know, because I got a request for a Snoot replay, and here it is. All right, so top right-hand corner here is the blue Terran player, Clem, and in the top left-hand side, it is the red Zerg player, Snoot. Now, look, this is not Clem from 2020. This is not Clem with 7,000 APM, or 7,000 APM, 7,000 MMR. It's some kind of an acronym who's killing it. And maybe the top Terran player, one of the two top Terran players in Europe. This is him a year ago, a little bit younger, 17 years old. And this is Snoot. He is the elder statesman of the StarCraft scene. So this is still Legacy of the Void, right? This is still Legacy of the Void. It's just a year ago. I want to see how old Snoot is. As long as, we're just going for an early pool here, but nothing too insane. He's 29. So, yeah, man, he is the elder statesman. So maybe he's just retired. Well, I mean, once you get 29, 30 years old, it's kind of harder to compete in something like StarCraft, but who am I? I'm not going to tell him what to do. You guys remember Year 0? Do you remember this? With, like, scary Amon in the background? I didn't notice this guy was here until I'd cast, like, 4 games on this map. Where does Year 0 go? Did anyone complain about Year 0? It's kind of nice to have it back, to be honest. I should do this maybe like once a week. Maybe like once a week, just be casting something from a year or two ago that I didn't get to the first time around. I think that'd be fun. I don't know. Are you not making... Okay, he's got a Reaper. I'm like, jeez. All right, Reaper's name is the Helltaker. Wow. The Helltaker is a buff dude who had a simple dream. He wanted to go to hell and get a bunch of demons to be his girlfriends. After fighting through hells, you only have a certain amount of steps puzzles. The Helltaker came out of the pit with a bunch of girls in tow, only to learn that polygamy is illegal in the Terran Dominion. A reference to Helltaker himself. Is Helltaker about getting girlfriends? Like getting a harem? I horribly misunderstand the concept of Helltaker. Look at these scantids. Hang on. Look how in like tandem these guys are. Up, down, up. Up. Down. They're friends. They're friend little scantids. I'm not sure that's what they are. But look at the Overlord. It's actually not too far to get there. Anywho, Snoot's really fun. We like Snoot in the house. It's sad that he hasn't been competing very much. I was like, I don't think I saw him in DreamHack Summer for 2020 at all. And now that is accurate. And I went back and looked and I was like, 2019? What is happening? So, it's 2019. I don't know why. Again, let me know in the comments. Starport coming up here from Clem. Yeah, here's the thing. I feel like if it was Clem versus Snoot today, Clem would have the advantage. He's just gotten so much better as a StarCraft player in the last year, but he's, again, not there. He's not... 2019, he was not quite where he is today, which is not to say he's bad. He could definitely still totally win this game. We'll keep an eye on it. Third base going to come up at 330, which the Reaper did deny pretty effectively. So that was nice. Slowing down the third base of the Zerg is always a good feeling. Marines, tanks, and medevacs going to be the order of the day out of Clem here. And what is Snoot working on? Snoot is just doing droning stuff. Drone, drone, drone. Make queens all the time. What was this map? I think it was this map that I got. What was... It was like a Oracle opening. Yeah, it was like a mass Oracle opening. And it forced a bunch of Hydras out of me. And then a bunch of charge slots showed up. And I was like, oh. Ah, well played. What a build that was. I don't think I've ever seen it, like, since. I don't think I've seen it since. The stuff you see sometimes in little minorly competitive situations. The people hold on to builds for that situation. But... Third CC coming up. Really no true damage. I mean, killing that tumor is annoying, but the connect of the creep on all 3 bases is pretty effective. Nice drop in the main. Little 4.5-minute drop-a-rama. Zerglings come cruising in. They do not have any upgrades, but there's enough of them to handle it. This isn't like a full double medevac drop. Oh, that positioning is so mean! Look at that positioning back there! You can only hit a couple Zerglings at a time. That is disgusting, Clem. That was good awareness, recognizing what that was. This is such a visually interesting map. There's just stuff everywhere. I'm getting distracted by how cool the map is. So 3 drones go down. Nothing game-ending, but nothing problematic, I don't think, for Snoot at all. He's got Queens ready to defend if that medevac comes down the left side. And, ooh, medevac goes down with the Marines in it. The remaining Marines, only like 3, but still. Whoosh. Whoosh. Hellions trying to get some damage done, not doing a whole lot when it comes down to it. Oh, Liberator shows up. It gets a couple drone kills before she gets murdered as well. So, I don't know about going in there. Does it matter? Are there enough lings? Oh my gosh, the surround has got to be real here. The Queens, the drones actually blocking. They're trying to make sure all these Hellions die, because you know what? You can drone your face off after these Hellions are dead. After that aggression is gone, you know what you can do? Drone, 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 drone. 7 drones in production. He knew. He started the drones before the Hellions were dead. God, I'm doing the wrong hotkeys. I'm like so used to doing Brood War lately. Okay, we're here. Creep spreading out his own main base. This is something Lord Omicron tells me to do all the time. Like, just, you need to cover your whole main base with creep. You don't want people sneaking up on you. And I was like, you know what, Omicron, you're right. And then I forget. Because I really just want to push creep across the map. That's my biggest goal, is connecting the bases and then pushing out across the map to my enemy, because the further out the creep is, the easier it is for me to see when my enemy is coming to kill me, as long as they're on the creep and not, you know, flying in medevacs, which sometimes that happens, it turns out. What are you? Oh, you're a scantipede. Okay, so you're alone. You don't have any friends. Where are those scantids from earlier? They were right here. Do you think they died? You think splash damage from the Hellions got them? Or do you think they're running around? Oh, here's one. Well, it seems one of them survived. Where's your buddy, though? Oh, no. Lonely Scantipede, maybe. Yeah, I don't know about this from Clem. It just seems like it's a little bit late. All right, so Creep Queen's down. Creep Tumor's down. Another Creep Queen. Okay. 3 Creep Queens down. That is hard to say. Creep Queen, Creep Queen, Creep Queen, Creep Queen. That's a bit of a tongue twister. But guess who has Banelings with speed? Ah, yes. Snoot does. He's going to cover the 4th base here, too. No big deal. I like this map. I didn't even realize this map had been dropped out of the map pool, but obviously it has for a while ago now. What are people complained about? It seems like a pretty balanced map. It reminds me of Shakura's Plateau from back in Wings of Liberty days. Like, leave me a comment and a like if you remember that one. Shakura's Plateau. Woo. So many great games played on that map. I used to watch so many Husky casts and HD casts on that map, especially ZVPs. They were my favorite to watch. And that was the era of, oh, I don't know about unloading here. Goodbye, Marines. Oh, medevac down too. Clem struggling a bit here against Snoot. I would say Snoot probably has this thing won. I mean, look, we're a long way off yet. It's not like Snoot has a massive maxed out army and 80 workers and 10 bases or anything. But Clem's just, I don't know. He's not getting enough damage done. It keeps losing medevacs full of stuff. Both of the medevacs that have gone down had a bunch of Marines in them. It wasn't like empty medevacs. That was straight up medevacs, man. I don't, what is this? Okay, sure. What a weird single medevac drop inside the main base. Spire finishing up and an infestation pit. Another queen down. Okay, so one of the good things that's happening here is that 4 queens have been killed, which is nice. Killing queens is fantastic. All right, what are we doing with the Spire? The answer is getting +1 flyer attack and 1 Mutalisk. Okie doke. Sounds like a reasonable play. Okay, 3 Mutalisks. We're going Ling Bling Muta, which is not something we see a whole ton of anymore. Clem could start adding Widow Mines here if he wanted to, but it's mostly just tanks and Marines and getting vehicle attack upgrades. 2-2 finishing up here for his bio. Income hugely favoring Snoot, which I am not surprised by in the least. These guys get out. There's a lot of air. Yeah, there's a lot of dead airspace to get out down that way. Yeah, Snoot's just rebuffing every attempt that Clem is making to kill him. He knows he has to keep coming. Like, Clem knows he can't just sit back there and wait to die, because that's what you're going to do, is wait to die if you just wait. He's pushing. He just needs to get more stuff done. The creep spread is allowing, see, buying some time here for banelings to come up. Clem doesn't want to engage directly on creep. Jeez. All right. Well, the banelings are all largely gone. Nice tank hits. Clem wins an engagement there. He needs this. He needs to kill this base. He needs to win something in this location. Oh, the constant scanning is kind of making it hard to see what's going on. The Muta's on the back trying to go after the tanks with the Marines. Jumping to protect here right now. Army supply is even. Bunch of queens trying to join the party. The Mutalisk staying alive is a huge friggin' deal. The banelings are what are needed. If you don't have banelings against this, you're just going to die, which is why we're rolling banelings in. Rolling off creep a little bit, but also allowing you to take down a couple of the tanks. Actually, all of the tanks are going to die. The full surround. The Mutas are engaging, but I don't know about that. The Lings just got blistered. Blistered, obliterated. Oh, target fire the banelings. Target fire the banelings. Target fire the banelings. Oh, that's so good. Look at that target firing the banelings. Oh, Clem. Beautiful play, but too many Lings, too many Mutalisks left over. All your medevacs are dead, and Snoot manages to hold a very aggressive attack. But guess what? There's round 2 here. Quickly, make another 40 banelings. Snoot, you have a bunch of gas for it anyway. Yeah, man, look at this. Clem's 4 base in it. Snoot's 4 base in it. Snoot hasn't expanded for some time. This is good. This is good StarCraft. I have no complaints about this StarCraft right now. Clem. The banelings engaging off creep. Never mind, pull back to the creep. Thank you very much. There's really no indication we're doing anything else. More barracks being added back home for Clem. So he can spend the money that he's making on 4 bases. The income is actually favoring Clem at the moment. He's doing a good job expanding. And Snoot has been completely unable to take a 5th base. He's kind of maybe trying to set up here based on the creep spread pattern. But this is where Clem is. The southern section is his. Get in there before the tanks siege up. Run when they already sieged up. Mutalisks. Oh, he's trying to take this down here, but there's already a Marine on it. The Mutas are like, fine. We can't directly fight against that many Marines. Let's kill an entire base. And he does. Nicely done. That said, Clem on the other side of the map is not going home. He just brings reinforcing Marines to deal with this. This 5th base is toast. Mutas. Ah, the Marines did not come as one there. Stim timing's great for Clem right now. Continuing to push into this bottom left-hand corner. Look at that Marine. He just got like... he got moderately messed with, but... Hey, a Thor against the Mutalisks. Beautiful choice. And the look, 4th base for Snoot is going down. Remember when I was like, I feel like Snoot's got this thing won. Clem's not quite ready for prime time. Clem is suddenly on fire, but Snoot's counterattack is mean. Can he take down that planetary? Does he have enough banelings for that? Yes. The answer is yes, he does. It's trying to engage where the Thor is not. It's actually pulling the army back. He's like, I've killed the 4th base and the 5th base. I just got to keep my bases alive, and I have this thing in the bucket. In the bucket? In the bag, I believe is what I was going for. What am I, like English is a second language? Getting my idioms all confused. God, these banelings. Yeah, these are not the banelings that have been nerfed versus non-light targets, but Clem. Woo! Clem comes out on top here in game 1 of our sneaky twofer between these 2 players. Wow. Clem, he was struggling a bit there, but just kept the pressure up enough. Snoot never got a 5th base rolling. Lost his 4th base. Was engaging off creep too much, I think. His creep spread wasn't enough. Clem's aggression was fantastic. Snoot was going into ultras, but he would only have 2, and the army supply was 103 to 109 to 33. Yeah, that's problematic. All right, so that's game 1 between our 2 players today, Snoot and Clem. Let's do a game 2 between these 2 players and see who comes out on top. Will Snoot get his revenge? Or will Clem win this thing 2-0? Which would be pretty impressive. I don't know. Stick with it. We'll find out. Game 2 of our sneaky Clem Snoot twofer is going to be on New Repugnancy. Remember this map? It's raining. Bottom left-hand corner, we've got Snoot. Top right, it is Clem, who apparently was still good enough at the age of 17 to beat Snoot in a macro game. We should have seen this coming. All right. Man, this rain. I like rain. I like it a lot. Maybe it's because I grew up in a desert. Not like a desert with cactus and like a lot of sand everywhere, but the technical term for desert, which is annual rainfall. If it falls under a certain threshold, it's a desert. If it's over the threshold, it is not a desert. Once again, 17 pooling here, 16 pooling. Are you that afraid of a proxy, Snoot? I don't know. It's not that different from going 16 hatch, but in StarCraft 2, at this level, that could be the difference between winning and losing. That's right, you heard me. I said losing. Was I talking about you? Probably not. Probably not what I was doing. I mean, look at this. It allows you to get your pool up, but you don't have any gas for speed or anything. It's not like he's making a bunch of Zerglings either. It's very strange. I don't know what's what. Oh, I need a second Reaper name for this. This Reaper's name is the Sundance Kid. The Sundance Kid got separated from Butch Cassidy and found himself in another world, which was scary and unfamiliar to him. But he's got a voice screaming in his ear, kill the Zerg infestation. He doesn't know what the Zerg infestation is, but still, he's going to do it anyway. So, I mean, it wasn't like a 12 pool or anything. It's not like you can get... I don't know. Either way, the Reaper stayed home because the SCV scouted it, which, again, we've talked about 100,000 times. If you're a good Terran player, you're going to SCV scout before sending your Reaper out because you need to know how many Zerglings are coming to try to mess up your expansion attempt. If there are no Zerglings, great. Send the Reaper across. If there's already Lings out, then keep your Reaper at home for defensive purposes. And if you're the Sundance Kid, you can stay alive a little bit longer if you just stay home and dance defensively, which that's exactly what he's up to. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this music is really epic for, like, not much is happening. I mean, the starport's coming up here. Got ourselves barracks. It's a 1-1-1 opening. Nothing too crazy. Intended to pressure a little bit, but also defend and allow you to get a third base up fairly quickly. Snoot, on the other hand, no third base for him. 3 minutes. I think he's just not getting a third base fast enough. I don't know. Did the game just pass Snoot by? Like, all the stuff that we know to do against Terran now, I mean, Zergs are getting third bases at, like, sub 2 minutes sometimes. And he's at 3:30, and I don't think he's even really tried. There we go, 3:30 hatch. I think this is just his build. I think this is what he's trying to do. And in fairness, he survived real nicely. No Sundance Kid. Oh, his friendly Hellion buddy showed up to save his butt there. He's even got a kill. Nice job, Sundance Kid. 1 Zergling. Oh, getting some damage on this third hatch is really fantastic. The Zerglings really don't want to mess with it at all. This is actually kind of wide open. This Zergling counterattack is a little bit awesome. Just a little bit awesome, though. As Hellions pop out, like, just in time to murder every one of those Zerglings. These guys are working hard at killing this hatch. They're actually doing more damage to it than HP it's getting from being built. This is incredible. I mean, they're not going to kill it because the creep threat is coming down this way and the queens are doing damage. But by golly, they certainly want to. And they're bruising it up to the point where when it finishes, it's going to have I want to say it's going to have at least sub 50% health and maybe even like sub 30% health. Maybe sub 40. What are the numbers going to be here, friends? I don't know. Look at them come back. They're getting more damage done. All right, so this thing pops, and it has 500 HP. of the 1500. That's 30% of the health that it normally is supposed to have when it finishes. The transfuse is like, please. Transfuse this for all the livelong days. Zerglings are trying to catch these guys. Oh. Sneaky. Oh, never mind. That was a run by. Ouch. This is not going well for Snoot, is what I'm trying to say here. Liberator has shown up. The Hellions are doing way too much damage all of a sudden. Friggin' Sundance Kid is still alive with 3 kills to his name. That Hellion's got 10 kills! 10! He's dead now, but he had 10 kills. Look at that. Okay, Sundance Kid does go down. But, shoot. It's 40 to 37 workers in favor of Clem. Third base is coming up in the wall. There's a tank back here to defend against Ling counterattacks because Snoot made so many Lings. But the tank's just like, no. I'm even sieged up at this point. Another Liberator shows up. Remember when Liberator harass was more of a thing? And it kind of stopped happening. No, I don't feel like we see a lot of it in TVZ these days, but it's definitely part of Clem's repertoire. Fourth base coming up for Snoot. Alright, so this, again, took some economic damage. He's not happy, healthy, money-wise, as you can see here by this income advantage graph in favor of the blue Terran player. But yeah, Clem's just getting upgrades. He's tossing up additional stuff. All his timings are crisp. The creep spread is trying to connect all of these bases as much as zergly possible. He's got creep out to the edges of his main because he's a smart, good Zerg player. ESL Caster B has left the game. 1-1 coming in for the Zerglings and probably for the Banelings too, because he is going for centrifugal hooks, though he doesn't have any Banelings currently because he doesn't need them. That is the trick for Zerg. You don't make your units until you actually need them because you're supposed to be droning up the rest of the time. If you make an army and you don't attack with it, and nor are you attacked, is bad, Zerg players. Make note. That is a waste of resources. Which is why feinting, I feel like, is such a good thing for Terran and Protoss. If you, like, because you're going to have an army anyway. You're making an army consistently the entire game. Oh, this Marine really wants to die? Hang on. No, he's dead. So you have your army, and if you feint, you're going to attack the Zerg player, and then you don't. It hurts the Zerg player because they make army to defend against your attack. They can just go home, and they're economically not where they want to be, and you don't have to lose anything. It's kind of a really smart move. I've had Protoss players mess me up bad doing that before. They act like they're going to move out. I make a bunch of army, but it kills me economically in the process. And then they come a little bit later with all the army they have off of their massive economy. Anyway, it's a mess. All right, so Zerglings trying to deal with this. That tank positioning is disgusting from Clem. The Banelings are just fine. We're going to explode on a tank. It's not ideal, but we're going to do the thing anyway. Is this tank push just going to straight up win the day? I mean, the tank's not really in range to do much other than, okay, I guess if you walk into tank range, the tank is given something to do. Alright, so tank's down. Banelings not quite able to engage off the creep. And Clem continuing to push here. It's 53 to 44 army supply. Snoot trying to saturate his fourth base while all of this is happening at the front door. Tank positioning is so good. Look at Clem. This is like Maru-esque right now. Just pulling back, allowing the tanks to fire on whatever they need to. 13 kills there. He's just... these Lings are just dying by the dozens here. The Banelings aren't connecting because Clem is running away. Nice tank hit. That's 21 kill siege tank. That might just be it. When there's Queens defending against Marine tank and there's Stim and there's Medivacs present, it's just not going to happen. The Queens are dead. Ling's running in, trying to see what they can do here, but just 2 or 3 at a time. Does he kind of push it back? He sort of pushes it back. But it's 65 to 16 army supply. Round 2 is on the way from Clem. Snoot doesn't have the economy to really keep up with this right now. He's only at 66 workers to the 72 that Clem has rolling. Clem's third base is actually oversaturated at the moment. Woo! Decent Baneling hits, though. This is what you get for encroaching a little bit too far on creep. I like this angle of attack better than this one, but Clem feels pretty confident that he's got this thing in the bag. Whether he does or not, I don't actually know. Banelings, the pre-splits, pretty good. He's really not so much about the splits as he is the running away and then splitting, which is fine. It gives you a little bit more room for error there. It's very intelligent, actually. Snoot is just in like the makelings and banelings and try not to lose all your queens desperation stage of this game. The banelings are there. They want to roll up. They want to connect so bad. The drones are running for their lives. And then he just picks up. Just picks up. No big deal. Yeah. It's 81 to 34. I don't know how Snoot is still alive, considering the army discrepancy we're dealing with right now and have been for the past couple of minutes. But this might be the killing blow. This might be the hammer. Yeah, banelings just aren't making the connections they need to. There just aren't enough of them. And good game, Clem takes this series 2-2-0. Sneaky two furs, Snoot right into the ground. Hot dang. That was incredible. Absolutely incredible. What a great, great game. All right, man. So, Clem, again, we really should have seen this coming, I think, earlier than we did. Like, we knew Clem existed. We were like, ooh, the 17-year-old European kid's kind of good. But Raynor was better, and we were like, oh, yes, Raynor, of course. He's the one. But there's room for young talent in the StarCraft scene, more than just for one player, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, when it's a 12,000 resources lost for Snoot to 5,000 resources lost for Clem, that's a bad day for the Zerg. Super, super bad day. 200 lings died, 20 drones. No SCVs lost their lives in this game. 39 banelings went down. 11 queens died. 11! There was one queen left for Snoot. That's brutal. Oh my gosh, he had mutalisks? What? Hold on. He doesn't have them yet. They're popping. Okay, so that's why. Like, they pop right as the game is over. Where? In different places? Ah, they're trying to pop right there. Man, they... Look at this. They are coming out of their eggs. Like, he just popped as the GG happened. Look at that one. That little baby one here, too. Like, they come out small or maybe scrunched. The animation of mutalisks popping out of eggs is an interesting one. Never really pay that much attention to it. Incredible. All right. Well, yeah. If you are a Terran player, be happy. If you're a Zerg player, be sad. But hey, Zerg players have enough to cheer about this year, I think. So good stuff. I mean, it's just a 2.5, 3 base Marine tank, million medevac pressure stuff. It's really nothing too insane. Clem's just executing it at a super high level. All right, so that's gonna be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a sneaky Snoot Clem twofer. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.